One of my favorite popular theories in Daredevil is that Foggy Nelson didn't actually die. Instead, he faked his death. And the source material comic for Daredevil Born Again lays the groundwork for this perfectly in a comic called The Secret Life of Foggy Nelson. In it, Foggy Nelson fakes his death, and the person pulling the strings, the kingpin of crime's wife, Vanessa Fisk. So why would he fake his death? Well, I've always said that Foggy Nelson was more of a saint than a person. He's always doing the right thing, standing up for people, protecting the innocent, and keeping Daredevil sane when he takes the costume off. Foggy's this perfect guy, and that never sat well with me. What does Foggy want? Well, the only thing I've ever seen him want is Karen Page, Daredevil's girlfriend, who, by the way, is completely in love with Foggy's best friend, Matt, Daredevil. It would take something catastrophic for her to leave him and go into Foggy's arms, but what if I told you that was Foggy's plan all along? It's night again, and Foggy is alone. The whiskey was his only companion on the cold, rainy fire escape until 2 minutes earlier. It was cold, but that wasn't the reason he was shaking. It's a pretty nutty plan. Not cheap. Bullseye, the most effective assassin in the world, smoked a cigarette. He threw paper airplanes off the fire escape, crashing them into pigeons, killing every single one, scattering the street below with feathers. "Can you do it or not?" Foggy said. He shifted from foot to foot. Foggy handed Bullseye an envelope. "Mrs. Fisk has your instructions here. You'll have to go to prison for it, but Matt won't kill you." Bullseye shook his head. "There really is no loyalty for anyone, is there?" Foggy swallowed his guilt. He thought about Karen the first day he met her. He's not hurting anyone except himself. "I could just off you for real. It'd really sell it. This whole ricin thing is a bit creepy. I mean, stopping your heartbeat for a whole 10 minutes? I thought you were a professional," Foggy said. "Oh, I am, Mr. Nelson." Bullseye smiled. He threw a paper airplane at Foggy's face. Foggy took a step back, his eyebrow hair sprinkled onto the fire escape. It was close enough to cut his eyebrows, but not his skin. What was Foggy getting himself into? Josie's bar was hopping. Foggy played his role as easily as he could. He drank with Kirsten, told jokes, but really he was watching Matt and Karen. They were such a beautiful couple, so easy together, laughing, kissing. Foggy raged inside. Then he hated himself for it. Was he really about to betray his best friend? Steal the woman he loved from him? Then he thought about Karen, before she loved Matt. When it was just the two of them, walking around New York City, trying to solve her case. It was so easy then. That love was worth sacrificing everything for. Foggy got the phone call. That was his cue. And Foggy played his part perfectly. He acted like his witness was threatened, calling him for help. Matt and Karen went outside the bar with him and bang! Bullseye really was a good shot. Foggy crushed the ricin tablet in his mouth and fell to the ground, bleeding. The shot was meant to look lethal, but it actually just pierced his appendix. Fixable with a simple surgery. But there was a lot of blood. But Matt could hear everything with his superpowers. The real goal was Foggy's heartbeat. Karen was screaming, crying. "Hang on, Foggy! Help is on his way!" She's so beautiful. Soon, she would be his. He looked up at the sky, at Daredevil fighting Bullseye in the rafters, and his heart stopped. Foggy gasped awake. The basement was cold and damp. "Hello, Mr. Nelson." Vanessa Fisk smoked a cigarette. "Did it work?" he asked. She smiled. "Yes. For all intents and purposes, Daredevil and the whole world thinks you're dead." She walked up to him at the hospital bed table and handed him a silver credit card. 20 million in a Swiss bank account. "What? But I didn't want any money." "For your silence, Mr. Nelson," Vanessa whispered in Foggy's ear. "If you ever come back to New York City again, you will not even hear the shot." Foggy swallowed. It's a strange thing, going to your own funeral. Seeing Karen and Matt crying. Everyone who loved him. Watching Karen's tears. Foggy was so sure he could have her if he just played his cards right. Daredevil quit being a superhero. Crime in the city was getting worse. Foggy tried not to feel guilty about it. He hid from security cameras in his apartment, watching the world fall apart outside. "I deserve to be happy," he told himself, over and over. He hoped that one day he would actually believe it. He was there when Karen left Matt, when she moved across the country. It was all going according to his plan. Foggy moved with her. He he found an apartment near hers. He tried to think of some way to make her understand that he'd done what he did so they could be together, so Matt could move on. He thought of an alibi, but he still couldn't face her. Maybe it was the guilt. He never told a lie in his life. Now, all he did was lie. He watched Karen at work. He watched her at night. He couldn't sleep, tossing and turning. He regretted his decision, but he had to know. He knocked on her door. 11 p.m. She would be in bed. She wouldn't. The door cracked open. Foggy's heart stopped. Karen burst into tears. She jumped into his arms and hugged him like she wouldn't let go, touched his face, kissed his cheeks. And for a moment, everything was going to be all right. Foggy had the story memorized. It was some mystical power thing that brought him back to life. The Hand or Doctor Strange or... Foggy didn't know, but he was here. "I'll call Matt." Karen went to grab her phone. Foggy exhaled. Wait a minute. It was now or never. Everything he sacrificed for this moment. In Karen's little apartment, in his shabby clothes, he had to. "Karen, I have something to tell you. I've always done the right thing in my life. Helped people. Put my wants aside. When you and Matt," Karen shifted her weight, "got together, I thought I was doing the right thing, letting you be with him. But the truth is," Foggy exhaled, "the truth is I've always loved you, Karen." And in the bravest decision in Foggy Nelson's life, he leaned in and kissed her. She kissed him back. It was so much better than he thought. All those nights staring at her, watching her be with his best friend, wondering what it was like to kiss her. All of it came rushing back in this moment. This life I want is mine. Every fiber of his being screamed. I have her. She loves me. And it was all worth it. He stared at her eyes, at her beautiful face, then went to kiss her again, triumphant. "Foggy, stop." She put her hand on his chest. "What?" He went to kiss her. "Foggy, stop. This isn't right." "What's not right? This is the most right I've ever..." "No, Foggy. So you're just back now? Back from the dead?" Karen narrowed her eyes. "Does Matt not know you're alive?" Foggy exhaled. "No, and I don't want him to know. I'm done living other people's stories for them, Karen. You and me, this is what I want now. Forever." He went to kiss her, but she pushed him away. "This magic that brought you back, what do you know about it?" "It was something to do with the Hand. Ninja magic. I don't get it. It doesn't matter, but..." "Ninja magic? But that means we can bring other people back from the dead. Ben Urich, people we..." "No, Karen, it doesn't work that way. Can you just..." "But Foggy, all the people we've lost? If you guide us to it, we..." "Shut up!" Foggy screamed. Karen took a step back. She stared at him in a new way. "I'm sorry, it's just too much, Karen. Can't we just be together? You and Matt broke up. We can live here now. We can be..." "How do you know Matt and I broke up?" Foggy took a step back. "I just, assumed. Have you been keeping tabs on me, Foggy?" This was not going well. Foggy looked at the door. Karen frowned. "Matt showed me how he knows someone's lying." She put her hand on Foggy's neck. Pulse elevated. She held his hand. "Palms sweating. I might have been a scared little girl when you met me, but I'm not her anymore." "Karen?" Foggy said. Karen punched Foggy in the stomach. He fell to the ground. "How did you slow your heartbeat, huh? How did you fool Matt's powers?" Foggy stammered a response, but he couldn't think of anything to say. "Karen, Karen grabbed her gun from her dresser drawer and pointed it at him. "Who are you working with? Why do you want to bring down Matt? Why do you want to stop him from being Daredevil?" Foggy sighed. "I'm sorry, Karen." Then he ran out the door, down the stairs, out into the fog. The tears of guilt, the weight of what he did, it was too much. It was too much to believe he could have what he wanted. It was too much for him to see the guilt he felt wasn't about betraying Matt or wanting Karen. It was about his own need, and about how one act of bravery and selfishness couldn't fix a life of regret. Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again drops next month. Let me know if my theory is going to come true in the comments. Bye.